my lovelies, welcome back to my channel, and for everybody who's new, I'm Leorah and I'm so glad you found me. So welcome to this video, which is gonna be a collaboration video with Wrapunzel, who is supplying all the scarves and everything that is wrapping related that you will see here today. And I am actually super special excited today because, as I have told you already, I think in the last wrapping tutorial that I did in collaboration with Wrapunzel, that this is actually the month where we have our anniversary, our collaboration anniversary. So happy anniversary Wrapunzel and me because this is really such a blessing, I think, for both of us, and I just hope and pray that one day we're going to be able to meet and I'll be able to just lock myself in the Wrapunzel warehouse and just play for one night. So that would be amazing, and I should do a vlog video about that because that would be so cool. Just trying out different stuff and just going crazy with all the different combinations. I think if I ever get to America again, then then we should plan that. Anyway, so that is that. And today we're going to do a special wrap. It is special because it is so simple and it is so sophisticated. And I have actually been asked to do also more simple wraps because there are a lot of people here that are new to wrapping and that all these elaborate looks are like way too advanced. And so I think today we're going to tone it down a little bit and we're just going to do sort of a spin-off of the Regal wrap, and I'll show you different color combinations and things like this. So I think that's what we're going to do today. Plus, I want to point out that the Chagim line, which is the festival fall line of scarves, have just dropped on the Wrapunzel website. So if you want to go ahead and check that out, it's really, really beautiful. There are very, very nice things there. I just checked it out last night and I was like, wow. Okay, so if you want, go to the website and check it out. And besides that, we're just going to go right into the tutorial. Okay, so the look that I'm going for today is what I'm calling the double Regal wrap, and I've actually been asked how I'm doing this, and I thought, wow, this is so easy, like, you know, why should I make a tutorial on this? But people asked me, so I'm going to do this. And also, first of all, we're going to build it up and we're going to do a normal Regal wrap first of all, and for that I'm going to use a soft pashmina. So this is actually not from Wrapunzel because I don't have a color like this from Wrapunzel, but if you go on the Wrapunzel website and look up soft pashmina, you will find a brown one like this right there. It's the same thing, so I'm going to link that in the description box as a pashmina from Wrapunzel because it is really the same thing. Okay, so let's just put it down over the shaper, and I'm wearing the Wendy shaper as usual because it's my favorite of all times. Let me just go to, like, turn to the side a little bit, and I'm going to wrap this behind my head, cross it over, and then I'm just going to put this part here under my arm to hold it tight because I'm not going to have a knot in the back. And then I'm using this tightness sort of and pull this side a little bit straight. And then I'm just going to flip it over. Let me just adjust my mirror a little bit. Okay, so, and then I'm tucking this away wherever it fits. So depending on which shaper you have, you will have different spots where you're gonna be tucking it away, but for me it just fits the way that it ended up here. If you have a smaller shaper, you might be bringing it around more and then tucking it away here. And then I'm releasing the other side, and then I'm just bringing the other side over, also straightening it out a little bit. And I always feel that, especially with those soft pashminas, they are such a hidden gem, really, because they're sort of like the two-in-ones, but amplified, you know? And I think that is such a useful tool for wrapping, especially when you like to go for combination looks with other scarves, that they are so amazing because they are simple, they are easy to wrap, and they provide the perfect canvas for whatever else you want to put on top of that. Okay, so by the way, I'm also wearing a sari scarf around here because I just think it is really, really nice, and I'm using my scarves also like as belts and as wraps like this, and you know, whatever. So you can just totally go crazy and do all kinds of things. Like, scarves are not just for the head, obviously. Okay, so this is what I would consider a normal normal Regal wrap, and by tugging it in here, it sort of created by itself a nice little pattern, which is really, really cute. And you could quite frankly just leave it like that. So that is the normal Regal wrap. And what I then like to do, especially when as a first scarf I don't have any kind of pashmina, but a 2-in-1, which is much, much thinner and does not give a lot of volume, and as you know, I love volume. So that's actually how I started to do that, because I wanted to have more volume. So then I'm just taking another scarf, and in this case here, this is the Peaceful Morning scarf in Silver Milk Chocolate. It's really, really beautiful, and it is surprisingly, like, this is not my color scheme, obviously, but I thought to do a monochromatic wrap, which we're doing today, can be so super elegant, and I think it will speak to a lot of people in my audience who are maybe not super crazy about color, you know. Okay, so anyway, I'm folding this up in either thirds or fourths, something like that, quarters. I don't know how to say that. I'm folding it nicely, and then I'm just putting it down here with both ends hanging down equally, like this. So this does not have to be super straight or organized. If you ask me, I think it is super charming, and it sort of adds something if it is not 100% flat, you know what I mean? And then again, I'm tucking on both sides so it is nice and tight, and I'm tucking away one side of the scarf and applying sort of a little bit of pressure while laying it down right above my shaper, and I'm tucking it away here. Okay, and then I'm doing exactly the same again with the other side. So depending on, again, which shaper you're using, it then comes out differently, because you always have different places to tuck in, which always creates a own pattern of its own. Yeah, something like that. Okay, then of course, if you want, you can add a headband like this, which is the Vintage Beauty headband. I don't want to do that because I have to take off my shaper in order to put it on, but this is then how it would look, for example, if you would add a headband, which is really, really pretty, like that. And then I think I'm just gonna do the same wrap, but I'm gonna use a sari scarf instead of the Peaceful Morning scarf, because this is now the monochromatic version, and I think I also want to just show you how it looks different with if you put a different color on your basic pashmina, on your solid or soft pashmina, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so that's what we're going to do now, and that's going to be the second part of the tutorial. Okay, my lovelies, so we are back to that stage where we have put on the soft pashmina in a simple Regal wrap, and now instead of the Peaceful Morning scarf, I'm just going to take a colorful scarf, and then you can of course play with the colors and use whatever you want. I'm going for the traditional neutral with a pop of color, which I also did with my eyes today, so I thought they would be cute. And I'm just going to put that down like this, with both ends hanging down equally. And then we're just going to cross it over in the back, and then again apply this kind of a pressure, tugging it tight and lying it down. And now when you have a scarf like a sari scarf, which is a must, a must have, then of course every wrap that you wrap exactly the same, it turns out differently, because it always layers differently. Sari scarves are just so versatile, it's amazing. So there you will always have a different color scheme playing out like that, you know. So this is then the next version of the double Regal wrap, sort of, you know. And I think this is super beautiful, and it is so simple, but it adds so much elegance. The Regal wrap, I think, is in general very underestimated, and don't think that I don't do Regal wraps. When I'm off camera and I have my no makeup days and I don't have any photo shoots and I don't have to come up with something that is like special and inspiring for other people, I just do a Regal wrap, you know, because it's beautiful, it's simple, simple, it's like no nonsense kind of purity that I really, really like, and I crave it a lot, you know? So I love that, because there are no distractions and it's just simple elegance, and you know, I love that very, very much. So this is how that looks. And of course, if you then have a sari scarf, you can then play with that and do like little spin-offs. Instead of tucking it away neatly, you just tuck it in a little bit and let those ends, fringy ends, hanging out, and then immediately you have like a cute little detail that adds to the look if you want that, you know? So yeah, and also here you can of course add the headband if you want that, like this. So yeah, so that is that, and I hope for all the beginners out there, I hope that was helpful to you, because I do feel that a Regal wrap is the perfect startup point, you know, for people who like to wrap and like to go for a turban look, because it is simple, it doesn't interfere with anything, nothing hanging down, nothing distracting, and it is really rather simple to wrap, and it has a very, very nice look coming out of that, considering how simple it is. And then again, you can add on other scarves. You can also layer a third scarf on this and have like 3 colors showing up, or doing a crisscross pattern, and that is then all things that you can learn as you go along. Yeah, and that is the look. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it is helpful, and I hope that everybody who is more advanced will understand that I also do some simple looks for the new ladies here, because they deserve some love too, right? So that's what we did today. I hope you liked the video, and if you did so, then please give the video a like, and if you're new here, then please subscribe to my channel, subscribe to Wrapunzel's channel, and don't forget that I have a code with Wrapunzel. It gives you 5% off to your order. It is affiliated, so if you want to support me like that, then I'll be happy you do and I'll be honored if you do. And yeah, besides that, just come back for my next video, which is gonna be either my next wrapping tutorial or my next video of all my other content. And up until then, go ahead and sparkle. Hugs and kisses. Bye.